This is Rap the News, and today we're going to talk about the dietary laws. So recently, everybody who's been watching the channel knows that we have been getting into it about the dietary laws, and basically it was said by Lex Will and GMS, you can't eat rats, and so it is forbidden, but they don't never tell you why it's forbidden, why you can't eat certain things, because they don't know. You know, they so far under the curse they can't even see straight. Why is this on my screen right here? It's showing you that making the videos yesterday they blocked the audio. They have went inside my programs and they blocked the audio out of my programs and the recording out of my programs. I had to get other programs and do other things to go around what they're trying to do. So they know how to get inside your computer, update it, and take out your audio out of the programs so that you do not make videos and record. Because if you can't hear and you can't speak, then basically you can't put up a video. And so I'm showing you, that's why I did a screenshot on that they removed and disabled my audio sources so I don't make videos. And that's the devil right there, you know, trying to keep you guys in disarray. Okay, let's keep going. For I, the Lord your God, do not change. I change not. Deuteronomy 28:16. Curse is the problem of why you can't eat swine and you can't eat certain things. Shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. What's in the field? Animals, fruit, vegetables, herbs, right? Cursed shalt thou be in thy basket and thy store. What's in your basket? Meat, herbs, apples, whatever. What's in your storehouses? Meat and everything else is in your storehouses. Right? And so you're cursed in it. And so now you are forbidden. And then I'm just explaining it. And I'm explaining why the book is contradicting itself, or seems to be contradicting itself. Deuteronomy 14:8. And the swine, because it divideth the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud, it is unclean to you. You shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcasses. Are there verses that supersede other verses? Does anybody have sense enough to ask? They usually don't. There are verses that supersede other verses. You know, you can eat to save your life. That's a fact. We're going to prove that. You know, but regularly just eating it because you just want to eat it, you know, you curse. You cannot eat it. Leviticus 11:29. These also shall be unclean unto you among the creeping things that creep upon the earth, which is saying lizards and stuff like that, weasels, and the mouse, which they say is the rat, and the tortoise after its kind. But if you go look that up, you know, that's Leviticus 11:29 under the Bible Hub and everything else search, you know, different versions of the Bible. The translation changes. And that's another thing that has been screwing us up, because they're translating from Latin to English. The book was written in Hebrew, you know, and the deceivers are the translators. You put two and two together. They hid themselves in the Bible. They hid themselves under the beasts of the field, under animals, under plants, under things. They hid themselves, because if you knew that they were devils, you would kill them. Again, if you knew that they were devils and they're not human, you would go kill them. You know, so they made themselves human. They made themselves you. They are taking on your identity, because they are, what do they call that? Mimickers. In the beginning, we only had one rule: do not eat off the forbidden tree. And then it says, Genesis 2:17, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat. Malachi 3:6, for I, the Lord your God, change not. So when did we add the mouse and the tortoise and the unclean swine to it? When you sinned, when you got under the curse. then these things start becoming forbidden to you. You were in the garden, and then you got kicked out, and he placed there 2 guards with flaming swords. Now the garden is forbidden to you because you sinned against the Most High. That's why. You're in the land of your captivity because you sinned against the Most High. And watch this. We are paying for the sins of our fathers, and then the white man think he don't have to pay for the sins of his fathers. No, if we do, God is a fair and just God. You will also. Those who took into captivity is going into captivity. You know, those who call nigger is going to be called a nigger. Those who treat the black people poorly is going to be treated poorly. Those who isolated and everything else away from the black people is going to be isolated away from. You just got to understand how this stuff works. However you treat Israel, the real Israel, not the synagogue of Satan over there that ain't supposed to be in the land till the end of time, pretending to be us, they just you going to hell. They're a bunch of forgers, pretenders, mimickers. But the real Israel, the one that's in captivity, the ones that was in chains and shackles that was brought over to the European nations and scattered throughout the nations, those are God's people and chosen people, states the Bible. And only one people fit that description, and that is who you call a nigger. Genesis 2:7. And the Lord thy God formed man of the dust of the ground, and this one part of it is a lie, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, which is bullshit. Which is bullshit. The man already had the breath of life. What he breathed into his nostrils is the spirit. And then later verses is going to prove that it was the spirit. You are the body that houses the spirit. When a man dies, his spirit goes upwards, not the breath of life. And then basically, the spirit is no longer going to dwell in man because he's breeding with Gentiles, and created what? The Nephilim. They try to glorify themselves as saying the sons of God bred with the daughters of men, and they had mighty men. No. Gentiles bred with humans, and they had Nephilim. They had demons, demonoids, the damned. And then what did God do to all of those mixed multitude people? The Nephilim. He destroyed the whole fucking world of Nephilim, didn't he? And then the mixed breed people today having a problem. I don't no longer listen to you, Rap the News, because you hate mixed breed people. No, God is the one that's saying don't mix. And God is the one that destroyed all the mixed people before. Why wouldn't he destroy them now? So you got Sakari, you got Lex Will, you got Pastor Charles Dow, and all these mixed multitude people trying to preach to us when they ain't got the spirit of God in them. It didn't mean that they didn't have intelligence. It didn't mean that they can't read and break down some parts of the Bible. It don't mean that they can't help you in some areas. But they don't have the spirit of God working with them, so they can only go so far in their fucking knowledge. And so you see I'm going further than them because the spirit of God is working right here. And so all they can tell you, you curse, you cannot, you can't do, Blues Skidoo is not applied to those who are blessed. All things is applied to those who are blessed. You can't do is applied to motherfuckers that are cursed. Galatians 5:22. But the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such there is no law. There is no, you can't do, Blues Skidoo. You can do, motherfucker. Ain't no law against that. The only rule that God gave is don't eat off the tree of good and evil. Because you don't mind the good, but when you learn the evil, you're going through the evil right now. You sure do hate that evil, don't you? You shouldn't even have learned about it. Like you try to keep your kids from sex and all the bad things, and they so eager to go out there and fuck theyself up with that shit, huh? You know it. That's how you are with your God. And the Lord commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden you can freely eat. Don't worry about it. Go eat it whatever you want to fucking eat, man. And then you can't do, Blues could do, came in with all these fucking Nephilim, all these damn Gentile half-breeds and all of that. All these people who forsaken God's law. That's why you can't eat. And I'm 100% correct. Because if that's the case, then it contradicts itself right here. All these blessings is going to come on you if you would just obey the Most High God. Blessed in the city, blessed in the field, blessed in the fruits of your body, blessed in the ground, blessed in the cattle, blessed in the increase of your kind, blessed in the flocks of your sheep, blessed shall thy be in thy basket and thy store. Wherever you collect in the field, you blessed in it. You ain't cursed in nothing. I'll drink some water, man. It cooled off and then he heated back up out here. Genesis 9:2, which totally contradicts Leviticus. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth. Again, it's the white man hiding himself behind beasts of the earth because he don't want you to know that he's the devil. And upon every fowl of the air, and I'm not being racist, it's true. Upon all that moveth, and is provable with the book. You know, they don't even understand. They hate of you, and they have no understanding of it. They just naturally just do. They don't understand that it goes all the way back to the garden. Upon all the moving that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea, into your hands are they delivered. And so that's what the Gentiles didn't like. They didn't like for you to have dominion over them. Intelligent animals. That is the truth. And then they can hate it and they can say, I don't listen to Raptor News no more because what? Because he tells the truth. And we hate the truth. We hate to hear it because it is against us. You can't be homosexual. Guess what the homosexuals do? They stop listening to the Bible. You can't eat pork. Guess what the pork eaters? They stop listening to the Bible. You can't smoke weed and have intoxicants. You got to be sober-minded. Guess what all the weed smokers, I ain't listening to it. And so curses on you for not hearing God's voice. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, even as the green herb have I given you all things. So he's saying all the animals, all the flesh, everything in the air, the pork, the damn lizard, the damn rat, I gave it all to you. And if it's meat and it moves, you can eat it. If it's meat and it moves, you can eat it. I've given you all things. Let's go back up to it. Most High said, don't eat the flesh of the swine and the mouse and the tortoise. Correctly said tortoise. It's just, they stupid. You can't eat it because you fucking curse. But if you ain't fucking cursed, watch this. What was the time of this when he said it? That was before Leviticus. This was before Moses. Just like the garden with Adam and Eve was before Abraham. So this is Noah. And so all of the Nephilim, all of the mixed multitudes were destroyed. It was only 8 pure people left. And when you didn't have all them curses and shit on you, what did God say? Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, even as the green herb have I given you all things. So you can go eat any damn thing. There was no pigs running around. There was no rats running around. He's saying whatever you can catch, eat it. Eat it. Y'all got to stop being fucking ignorant. And then here's another one. When you in your land, Deuteronomy 12:20, when all the curses and shit ain't on you, and you're obeying the voice of your Lord. When the Lord thy God shall enlarge thy borders. Why? Because you are blessed now. And as he has promised thee, he only gonna bless righteous people. And thou shalt say, I will eat flesh. I want to eat some meat. Because thy soul longeth to eat some damn meat. Thou mayest eat flesh whatsoever thy soul lusteth after. You can eat whatever the fuck you want to eat. I say that again. You can eat whatever the fuck you want to eat. One more again, my friend. You can eat whatever the fuck you want to eat. If it moves, motherfucker, you can eat it. No, rap news. We're not going to listen to that part of the Bible. Most High says we curse. And we can't eat the cud. We can't eat the unclean. And it too is not the cud. Rap the news. Oh, filthy McNugget. Then don't eat it, you fucking filthy McNugget. Do I eat pork? No. Am I eating rat? No. This motherfucker said in his video, I eat rat and everybody that follow me is damned. He's just a lying ass sack of shit. I don't eat no motherfucking rat. Have never ate no rat as far as I know, unless somebody put some shit in the Kentucky Fried Chicken. You know, and I don't even eat Kentucky Fried Chicken no more. You know. I have my own animals and stuff. You know. And whatever the hell I want to eat from the store, but I don't eat the swine and I don't eat the rat. You don't even buy rats. Why would I catch a rat to eat and I can go to the store? That's fucking stupid. So I hope everybody got an understanding. The reason why you can't eat the shit is because you damn. And like I said, and the devil was messing with me in every damn way. He's sending stupid people to me. And I'm glad that he sends stupid people to me because it just edifies the people who want to learn. Whether I curse or not, it doesn't matter. People don't understand that. It's not a sin to say motherfucker. You stupid as fuck, man. All these curses is on you because you are sinners. So you're forbidden from every motherfucking thing. When you realize the curses ain't on you and you ain't forbidden, then you're free. The truth is setting you free. You know, I ain't setting you free. I didn't say go to the store and go buy you a ham hock and some ham chops. I didn't tell you to do that shit. Some ham chops, motherfucker. I didn't tell you to do that. Obey the law. You in the land of captivity. You still under the curses and shit. Don't go eat the swine. Don't eat the rat. But if you starving to death, your family is starving to death, and you ain't got no goddamn choice but to eat it to survive, then fucking survive. God do not want you to die stupid. Just wrap the news.